This year, the Ottoman TT sees many top team changes. TT winner James here returns to Bournemouth Kawasaki after a couple of years on the Yamaha, looking to regain the form that will get him his first podium since 2019, and possibly had a second win to his 2013 lightweight TT victory. Davey Todd parted with Paget's Racing last year and is now at Taz Racing on board a BMW again in the big bike classes and on a Ducati in the Supersport. Replacing him at Paget's is the returning Ian Hutchinson, who has incredibly recovered from suffering a stroke early last year to return to the team where he won his 5 TT victories in a week back in 2010, which is still a record. However, the biggest move might be one that happened to one of the big three, Dean Harrison. While Peter Hickman has been hugely successful with FHO Racing since 2021, and Michael Domnett has his own operation for many years, also working with Hawk Racing and Carl Cox Racing, Harrison had been part of DAO Racing since 2016, grabbing multiple wins on board the Kawasaki's. The Englishman, born in Bradford in 1989, is the son of TT sidecar racer Conrad Harrison, who's competed at the TT for over 30 years. Dean didn't start racing though until he was 18 in local championships, and he made his TT debut in 2011. He had a best finish of 12th in the Super Sport class on board a Yamaha, and in the following year he got his first top 10 in the Superbike TT with 9th on board a BMW. The constant improvement continued in 2013 as he got his first podium in the lightweight TT, finishing behind here before going one better in 2014 and grabbing his first TT victory aboard the same Kawasaki pair and ahead of here in James Cowton. Also, his father grabbed his only TT win that year in the sidecar class, making it the first time that a father and son had won at the same TT. The difficult year followed though in 2015, as he only had a best finish of 11th in the senior TT, and that was before he linked up with DAO Racing the following year. And then over the next 8 years, the pair would rack up 29 top 5 finishes out of 31 races, with the other 2 just being retirements. After only getting 3 podiums in his first 5 years at the TT, in his first year with DAO Racing, he got 3 podiums out of 5 races, with a best of second in the Super. More podiums would follow in the Superbike and Senior TT in 2017, before he finally had another win to his tally in the Supersport class in 2018, along with 3 other podiums that year and a retirement. There was another 3 podiums and a win in 2019 as he beat arch rival Peter Hickman to the Senior TT, just like he did to get that win the previous year. However, the 2019 Senior TT is his last win at the Isle of Man, although he has added many more podium finishes to his record. In the last couple of years, he's only finished off the podium once since the TT returned in 2022, and that was in the Superstock TT of that year. In the other 10 races, he has 7 third place finishes and 3 second place finishes, including being runner-up to Hickman in the last 2 senior TTs. Despite that phenomenal record of 23 podiums in the last 8 years, only 2 of those were wins. So Harrison felt it was time to move on, and more than happy to pick him up with Honda Racing UK to pair him with 23-time TT winner John McGuinness. I know this year might be too soon to add to the win tally in his first year in a factory effort. Expect to see Harrison on the podium again and again on board that new Fireblade and the 600cc this year. And who knows, maybe once they've gelled, that win counter might finally be going up once again. Welcome to Dino Land. As we're on board Dean Harrison's Kawasaki from 2019, we're underway for a 3-lap race. Yes, we have split the Superbike races in 2 here. So 3-lap race in 2, 3-lap race in 3. And as you can see, we've got a bit of an upgraded bike as well. Slightly upgraded. I wish I had the engine upgrade mainly. But as you can see, we've got a chassis, suspension, and transmission. Let's go into Quarter Bridge. A bit deep on the opening lap. So it's just going to be like the Superstock race for us, really. Get to know things on the first lap. Push on the second, heading into the pits for low fuel. And then third lap, just crazy flat. I hope we can do as well as we did on the BMW. Top 5 again, the aim. Podium would be very, very good, but this Kawasaki seems to be a bit trickier than the BMW, as that bump did not like us. A bit trickier to ride than the BMW, from what little practice we've done, so... But it does seem like it has a better kind of... what's it, potential. As Harrison first by half a second ahead of Percy Upton. So I feel like we can go quicker than the BMW, no doubt with the upgrades of course, but I feel like normally it's why bad carry. Just saying hi to the fans, really up close. Oh yeah, that's what we're going to have on this car. It's like either the lighter weight, standard horsepower slightly up, but it's still similar to the BMW bike top speed. Despite the upgrades. That's why I really wish I had the engine upgrades. Could push like 200 miles per hour maybe on it. And brakes are nowhere near as good. Like, we've got to brake a bit early on this. Got to be very careful with that. Careful over the bumps as well. You can see we've made minor adjustments to make it a bit smoother over those, as we're 1.5 seconds up on Percy. Dean Dowson, in real life, so renowned for being so good on like an opening lap of a race, or in the first part of the lap as well. Definitely a fast starter is Dean. So we're kind of emulating here. Even though it feels like we're going slow, like we've been much more cautious than we were on the BMW. The BMW were more flat out, but less speed about me. Let's go into Balakari for the first time. There you go, Cena. We just don't have the stopping power we have with the BMW. As someone in front, and it's all random road order. I'm not telling you. You're going to figure it out. Where are we on the road? We're definitely not first, as you can see. There's someone in front of us. Dean has normally top 3 on the road. It's 2 seconds up. Got Davey Todd in third on his BMW. So it's Kawasaki 1-2 at the moment. Oh, a bit wide. That's where we crashed as Toz as well. Survived this occasion. Let's go into the Allbank. So it's just the upgrades really making us quicker than the BMW run at the moment. You can see how much they are worth in this. Let's go through Mountain Box. Not Mountain Box, but that box, isn't it? Now into Rutters and then Helen. And then into Sarah's Cottage. We're not actually into Sarah's Cottage. That would be a bit bad if we actually went into Sarah's Cottage, but through Sarah's Cottage. Actually, no, it's just as bad, isn't it? Alright. Through that section. Let's head towards the Conclavo District. Yeah, so many more bumps we've got to watch out for and live for. Let's look at that, 2.3 up. Todd a third, a second back in third. So there's the advantage for us of the upgrades. It's just going through corners like that. And having setup as well. Let's go past the Honda. Oh, front lifted a bit when we got on the Bauer. That's what we've got to be so careful of, like lifting the front. There's like literally no weight on the front now, so we've got to be so careful with that. As we go through the Garrows, got someone else in front. We're definitely not second on the road, are we? This be like a normal opening that for Harrison as well. You get rid of the people in front of him, and then have a clear second lap before heading to the pits. As, oh my god, extended the lead massively on Percy. You can see using a bit more gears than the BMW as well. Taking full advantage of the Kawasaki speed round the corners and acceleration that we've got now. All the way down to second. Let's head into Kurt Michael. So many little bumps there to catch us out, so not exactly flat out on this opening lap. That's it. You can hear lots of braking, lots of lifting. Trying to go for that clean lap that we are on the opening lap as well. That'd be very nice. It's a little bit wide. Normally clip that curve as well on the outside. You do that, but lucky got it stopped in time. Let's head towards Alpine. This is the corner we were like really bad at in practice, but it took that nicely there. It was 8.7 seconds to lead on Percy, flying away. 10 seconds there was Davey Todd and Kevin Graham, Brayton Butler, Sam West in 6th. Let's go over Balaf. Use a bit of rear brake for the first time there for that last part of the brake, and we don't really want to use the rear brake here. With how light this bike is, it's so easy to upset the balance using the rear brake, but we use it kind of at the end of braking zones, just when we need that little extra braking power. And it's over the rise, heading towards Quarry Bends, and Seoul being halfway around this opening lap, which has gone much better than expected. Oh, onto the pavement, we survived just about. You know how tentative we are. Quarry Bends, but keeping it upright, that is the main thing, this opening lap. We weren't very good at in previous races, apart from the classic TT, strangely. But again, that Suzuki is a dream to ride. Just pick up and ride. Don't really need to do any setup, don't need to do any upgrades, it's just perfect out of the box. It's braking before the blue house, which is normally our braking point on the right. You can see just about got it slowed down for Solby Bridge as well. Let's go through Ginger Hall, past the pub. And now to the section we love. And we're just seeing the potential of the Kawasaki as well. Being so much quicker, 10 seconds quicker than anyone else at the moment. I can't remember what our best that was. It was like 17 something, wasn't it? 17, 18, I think. It was like a minute slower than my PB. The 16, 18 set on the Norton. With quite a lot of upgrades as well, that Norton. Oh no, I couldn't turn it right. I could hit the brakes and just go straight on, or I could try and just turn right, lift and turn right, but lift and turn right did not work. So that is our first fall. Someone has made it back by. I made it halfway through that. Oh my god, what are you doing? What are you doing? You can go through the corners, man. Don't have to keep brake checking. Alright, there we go. Finally passed. Again. Gonna block off their line as well, so they don't try and get back past it. Let's head into Ramsey. I'd have fly around the outside anyway. Perfect. Brake at the bridge. A bit wide through School Corner. Now this is a problem. We've got waterworks come up as well. We don't particularly want to be behind anyone. Because if we don't get past them, we'll be waiting until what? Gooseneck? We're going to Cruikshanks. Or Cruikshanks. Perfect. Alright, ahead. Let's keep flying. Into Ramsey. Should still be leading, but the lead will be reduced, won't it? Oh no, we're 3/10 back of Percy. Oh god. See, just having traffic along with the full in a very fast part of the... Well, it's not really a very fast part. It's, what the hell? Where did that bird come from? Pretty fast part as we're slowing down through the S's there. It cost us time. Right, let's see if we can gain it back then. The Tower Bends and the Gooseneck. The first time. Alright, and into the beautiful, gorgeous sun and the countryside. Look at that, barely a cloud in the sky. Nice clear weather for once. What's a change from the gloomy skies we've been having. All our races. Now we just accelerate. Brake early here. Okay, in 5th. Into Guthries. Nice, and out up towards Mountain Mile. Only on that bump in the first lap. We do have a fall, but we made it through. There we go, accelerate. It's going to be similar top speed to BMW into the 1.8. Unfortunately, you can't see it because someone put a careless cable in the way there. Didn't cable tie it down. But 187 you can see. 188 is the max, I believe, of this configuration. Right, nice. Through mountain. That is mountain box. Nice through that. Like, it's interesting kind of riding as Harrison, as he heard like such a big change for this year. As you have regained the lead from Percy by 3.7 seconds, 6 seconds behind is Davey Todd. But talking about how you needed the change from Kawasaki after what, 8 years? The same team, bike, you just needed to change to try and break through and actually get a win at the TT. Incredible record he has, like one of the most consistent riders of recent times, but just 3 wins to his name. Must be gnawing at him, seeing what Hickman just turn up and get what 13 wins in a handful of years. Of course, Dunlop, the all-time winningest rider there now, like. And he's here, just been stuck on 3 wins for, what, 5 years now? I know there's been a couple of years without the TT, but still. And he's always on that podium. He's always there or thereabouts. He's just not... It's just that final bit missing for him to get those wins. There's 5 seconds ahead of Percy. Whether it's him or Kawasaki... Well, we're about to find out, aren't we, when he's on the Honda with the factory team as well. Factory Honda. One of the best rides on the grid. Now he's got to, you know, step up. And Honda as well. Like, Honda have been, you know, pretty decent, no doubt, but not the top team or bike to have. You know, we've seen Triumphs, BMWs, Yamahas. Grab all the wins, really. In recent years with Hickman and Dunlop, so someone else on the road in front. So they're not third on the road. So go past the Craig Nabar. So he's probably one of the that's why I wanted to cover him. He's probably one of the most exciting and interesting riders to follow at this TT in his first year with Honda. We don't expect maybe victories this year, but we can see how they gel, see how they work. There are lots of issues in practice and qualifying. So hopefully the races turn around for him and Honda. Definitely one of the most likeable chaps on the grid as well. Move to the Isle of Man, 0 to Zaxi. Like he can just practice his roads all the time now, like just on his road bike. He is a local, so it'd be great to see what Harrison can do like next year, the next coming years of the Honda once they're both up to speed. As that bike was not up to speed, so they want to fight back, do they? That's a BMW. Is that Todd actually? Nah, it can't be Todd. He's not that far behind us, is he? We're having a battle here. Let's see, they want to get by and then they want to drop behind. Come on, make up your minds. Oh, it's Sam Weston, it's like. Just looking at the letters. Let's go on to the second lap then. And look at that, a 16.46 from a standing start. That's what, 30 seconds quicker than we did on the BMW. Amazing what a couple of upgrades will do to you. And I said the Kawasaki maybe got a bigger, better potential than the BMW as well. And only one full, well, we've malmatched that with one full this lap. I had to take a different line because he's going to rear end us, I felt like. He was like right on our... Don't like that. Don't like you, West, in this race. Kind of battling us. When we try and go for the win, trying to get clean air. The thing you don't want is another rider just... much slower than you're on the leaderboards thinking, oh, actually, no, I'm just going to ride with you. Now I'm going to up the pace. I've got the toe now everywhere. I can stick with you. Now I'm actually going to ride with you. That is not what you want. I hope it's a while before we catch them. No, if it is, that means we're a bit slow as well. Let's go through Union Mills. Actually not far off Hickey's. What's it, best ever lap, isn't it? TT record, like 10 seconds off that. Around as we're still leading by 4 seconds. David Todd's 7.3 back, then Kevin Graham trailed back. 33 seconds back is Butler, and 36 is West, who is ahead of us on the road. These like to have the brakes this time, it's about as scary. It was very scary on the opening lap. Lots of lifts. Got a glide down the middle of the road, bumps either side, hectic, frantic on the suspension. No, you can see kind of the power of the Kawasaki as well, matching the BMW here. Harrison was complaining in recent years as well about the top speed of the Kawasaki, like being quite down. Obviously not on this, is it? Think of the BMW being probably the best horsepower bike in recent years at the TT as well. So obviously not modelled in this, is it? Still 4 seconds to Percy. Got kind of similar first sector time actually with the fall, so it shows you how much you kind of lose from a standing start. Kind of what, 10 seconds is it? 5 to 10 seconds. Alright, we're finally clear hopefully. Let's head into the Hawthorns. And then Gorsley. Big lift. Head towards Ballacrane. Alright, thankfully we are clear into the next section as well with Glen Helen. Definitely what we need. Now we can try and push on a bit. Oh, that was close. That was close. By push on, I don't mean hitting everything. Maybe that's not West, because he's apparently 39 seconds back, so that indicates he'd still be near us. And it's like 10-second increments between riders. Maybe that's not West in front then. Well, we've gone, what, 3 places up on our road position, so we're at least 4th on the roads. And so head towards Glen Helen and Rutters. Or Rutters and Glen Helen, should I say. And see, now taking it in third, kind of a bit more speed in these corners. Bit more confident. That was nice through Kate's Cottage, not on the exit though. Did not expect a massive wheelie. Yeah, they saw a bit too tight in the line there, so really had to compromise on the exit. God, massive wheelies now. Remember, the fuel's going down. Bike is much lighter. But be careful of these wheelies over all these bumps on the exits. So they lead their way by 5.7. Go through Molineux into the 11th milestone. Oh, best corners on the track, that 11th milestone out right there. We really love that corner. Corners. Into Hanleys. But yeah, he's definitely an exciting rider to follow, Dean has, and he's been getting better at, perhaps I don't mention it a lot, but he's been getting better at kind of road race, like circuit racing as well. Competes in the British Superbike Championship. Always scores points. But out of all the TT riders, you know, of course, Hickman, a circuit racer at heart. He's adapted insanely well to the roads. As leads up to 9 seconds now. Oh, just clipped it. I thought I was going to miss it. Go, go, go. Come on, I don't need that other rider in front, especially through Kurt Michael. We've already had that issue once. Like, being close to a rider through here. Don't want it again on this second, that. But yeah, he's been getting better at the circuit race, and he's in his mid-30s, has, and so still got a few years of both to maybe do, like Hickman. It's amazing Hickman maybe hasn't won a British Superbike Championship, but no, he's not been one of like the guys who always wins and stuff. Like, he gets the odd win, always makes a showdown normally. Like, he's been a very consistent kind of rider. Be at World Championship level as well, with like, what's it, wild cards as well. Scored points at World Championship level. Like, he's just been near or thereabouts to win for it to the title. But yeah, not one of the guys who's actually challenged for it. Yeah, see if he rebounds in the British Superbike Championship. It's 4 seconds to gap, or just under 4 seconds to gap now. The thing is, the brakes are getting better as well. Maybe it's just heavy fuel. This bike's not good on the brakes then. And then as the fuel goes down, brakes are better. You saw the bike gets so much lighter at the front. So interesting characteristics. Yeah, it can actually go around corners a bit better as well. Like, it seems like it's just very stiff, the bike, on the opening that. Now it's a bit more loose and freer now in this lap, which we love as well, because you can see it kind of rotates a bit better around the corners. That was a horrible Corey bends. Yeah, it means we can be a bit more confident carrying speed as well. You see top speed is going to beat 188. Ah, it's stuck at 187, look at that. Stuck at 187. It's halfway through this race then. Not falling back yet is Harrison. We've got David Todd battling for the podium with Percy Upton. And Butler as well. That is the wrong time to accelerate. Right in the middle of a corner. It's the lead over 5 seconds now. Todd 10 seconds back. So still very close here. Ooh, get it upright, get it upright. Maybe not in the opening that we would have. Well, let's slow down a bit more through it. There we go, nice. As we go into Churchtown. And race towards Ramsey. These benign crests and bends. Ooh, a lot of rotation on that bump. That's what we've got to be careful of as well, like all these bumps. Be much more in play, more rotation like that. You're literally just rolling over all of them. Alright, made it through though, into Ramsey. Oh, no, okay, maybe the brakes aren't better. There was no braking into School Corner there. Braked at the bridge like I normally do. I'm rapping a bit on this second lap. For the win. Don't tell me we're doing, you know, the Dean Harrison story here. Great on the opening lap. Suffers a bit more in the second lap. And then, you know, maybe drops back on the third lap to a solid podium again. Like, don't tell me it's going to end up that way. Going to Ramsey. Past the crowds, and now into the countryside. As we are second by 2 seconds behind Upton. So ahead of Todd. That corner is so blind with the trees overhead. You see like the shadows take away your line. Take away your notion of where the corner is. Right into the gooseneck. Right, our way into the countryside. This is one of our strongest parts, favourite parts of the track as well. It's a bit wide through Joey's. Get all the way down to 4th there. Now we're thinking of, you know, pit times as well. Think of the second half of this race. How do we attack from here? Like, do we just, or do we attack? Do we just try and keep it clean like the opening that, where we somehow had, you know, lots of speed anyway? Oh, wide. Let's head on to Mountain Mile. I think it's just keep it clean, isn't it? Like, the pace is just there. I don't think we need to attack at all with this bike. It's just quick. Unlike the BMW where we had to, you know, attack a bit more. Even though it's a bit more comfortable to ride. It's a bit slower. Clip the grass, somehow gets it out right. Oh, I've had so many close calls in this race. Amazing we only had a handful of falls. And that we're taking back the lead, even though it was a very messy sector, by 3.5 seconds. Just shows you pace is there, even when we are not riding well. Right, fast black cut. Out of Rianda. Here's the hut. Now downhill towards the bungalow. We often see kind of boards for riders as well, like quite a few riders like it around here, like Connor Cummins. We'll see our boards soon. Basically all the splits are boards, isn't it? Like that's where we're going to have our people dotted around this 60-kilometre circuit, 37-mile. We'll go through Brandywell, highest point of the track. Very wide as well. Let's head towards Drukes. So many like corners like that, which are like 3 parts. Oh, what the fuck? I have no idea what happened there. Just dabbed the brake and the bike just flew. Like what? I don't know what you want me to do there. Right, 4th full this lap though, that's 5 in total. That is way too many now if we want to win this. A bit like what we had with the, BMW, with the Yamaha. So good pace, but too many falls. Now we've got a bike that just has pace, but now we're having too many falls. I mean, at least on those bikes we had to push a bit. On this, we're not. Doesn't feel like we're pushing at all. That's terrible through Keppelgate as well. We'll be way down heading into the final sector of the lap. Let's go past Kate's Cottage. Heading towards Craig Navarre. A bit of confidence as well this lap. As I said, I thought the brakes were better. I thought the handling was better, but as the lap's gone on, the brakes have just gotten worse. Oh, we're still a second up. We're getting better in the first half of that. Now in the second half of that, maybe with tyre wears and stuff, it's just not there now. Let's go through Brandish. So we do have a rider in front actually. Maybe that's Sam West. Let's go through Hillberry. And into Cronknamorna. Again, this is another left-hander. What, 1, 2, 3 splits. This bike decides to stay upright this time, thankfully. I feel like this is a good lap as well. Again, we can't see all that time. It's Ganwing, unfortunately. Was it 16:46 from a standing start? This is probably, what, 17 something? So that's not a good lap, but again, that's quicker than we did on the BMW, I think, this lap. So there's our rival. Indicating he's going in the pit lane by glowing. we don't quite have that high tech. Whereas, yeah, no, that wire is so annoying. Why did no one think to the cable tie it? To get into the pit. So there we go, you can see it. 16:56. So still under 17 minutes. And I thought it was a shocking lap. It's early stall for us. As once again our crew stares us in the eyes lovingly. We don't like it. But yeah, maybe complain about that second lap. Thankfully on the 3rd lap though, just being a 3-lap race, we won't have the issues we had on that lap with the brakes being inconsistent, handling being feels a bit. Handling is alright, it's just the brakes were inconsistent. So God, now the fuel's looking us in the eyes. Just keep filling me up, mate. Don't you be staring as well. Thankfully no birds dive bombing us, it looks like. Nice clear screen as well. Maybe just got the suspension settings wrong, I guess. Maybe it's still too stiff. And we needed a brake upgrade as well to complement these, suspension, transmission upgrades and chassis upgrades as well. So we go on to the final lap then. Dean Housen chasing a TT win. See if we can do it for him. That's through the final time, through Bray Hill. Over 170 miles per hour. Into Quarter Bridge. Very cautious. And we filled up again. So there we go. No, filled up, no brakes. What the hell? So we've got a couple. Oh god! Whoa! What the hell? That rider just let us by on the racing line. Need to do that, mate. That's all right through Braddon Bridge as well. So yeah, just having to readjust the brakes, brake a bit earlier now again. Seemed like we preferred that on the opening lap. We had to brake a bit earlier, be a bit more cautious. That seemed to work well. But yeah, surprised at how good that was. Under 17 minutes. With that many falls, that many issues we had. And let's see what our lead is then. Normally lose a few seconds in the pits. How many have we lost? Not many. 12 seconds. Oh, was that someone going? Was that Percy going slow? Then that must have been Percy Upton we would go by. He must have had an issue out of the pits. Oh my God, we've got a rider in front as well we're chasing down. You can see maybe Kevin Graham. But yeah, it's like our main rival this race. Might have had an issue coming out of the pits. So now it's Davey Todd v Dean Harrison. BMW v Kawasaki. We do have a little carrot in front of us. There's someone to chase as well. Which you do quite like, actually. We like being this far back from them. We don't like actually catching them, but... So the lead is 13.3. So for our Englishman, 26 seconds behind to Kevin Graham. So over Greba Bridge for the final time. Oh, we're going to catch them in Glen Helen, aren't we? Not great. Let's go for Gorsley. Just slight lift. Accelerate towards Ballacreen. Braking insanely earlier, but good corner speed. Probably quick as we've taken the corner. And yeah, no, we have caught them in Glen. Well, just before Glen Helen. Where do we make a move here? Let's go through Lower Bank. I don't know where we make a move here. Might just hold back till maybe the Conclave body. Actually, Sarah's Cottage is normally a good place to make a move as well. So we get the line right through Glen Helen. Oh, they've messed up anyway. Nice, alright. That wasn't too bad then. There's bye, Sarah. Cottage. I think this is... Oh, God. Milliontown, that was not a good line. So hopefully they didn't make it back by. Let's head towards the Conclave body straight. All wide. I think that was Kevin Graham who got ahead as we're 18 seconds behind Davey Todd. So go through Molyneux. 11th milestone as well. Probably one of the few places on the track I can get right up against the pavement at his door there and be comfortable. And through Hanleys. Lift, lift, lift. Shake, shake, shake. And through McGuinness's, now through the Gallows. Top of the Garrow. Nice. Sometimes it's just about getting lines right here, not necessarily trying to be quick, but just getting the lines right like that through the Garrows. And just speed will naturally come. As the lead is almost 24 seconds to Davey Todd. As you can see, we do not need to push. It is all in hand. Just need to keep it upright. So towards Kurt Michael. I think that's what you kind of don't realise in this, is that half the battle is just keeping it clean, and that's where you're going to gain your most lap time, is just by keeping it clean, but not having any falls. As you saw in this second lap compared to this lap, like, you gain massive amount of times on our rivals just by keeping it clean, not necessarily pushing. Because you now have that gap, we don't need to push now, we can just ride in like 4th gear, you know, like not push it, not be like in a 6th gear pushing. And that's how we made our time, of course, on the opening lap as well. Look at that lead, almost 30 seconds now to Todd. Dean Harrison speeding up here as the race goes on. Not slowing down at all. Besides what he did in that, his last win in that senior TT against Hickman. Hard to believe that is his last win, considering how many podiums he's got since then. Almost doubled his podium count since then. But no more victories to his name. As, oh my god, that was a massive, massive wheelie. Into Croy Bends. Can we actually get it right for once through here as well? We've not been good at all in the previous couple of laps. Oh, well, that's better. We'll take that. Much smoother line. Caught a bit of a bump there, but gets it all right. 188 we're hitting now, as you can see. Well, you can partially see. So what, BMW was 189, wasn't it? 190 they were hitting. It's halfway through the lap then. Into Ginger Hall. Nice. We're a bit out when we hit the brakes, but gets out alright. Yeah, 30-second lead to Todd now. What a shame it's the final lap. It feels like we're just hitting our groove now. Like, it's very straight on. You know, pretty cautious opening lap. I said a bit mixed on the second lap, but this lap, we're just got a good mixture of, well, not really pushing, are we? But like, kind of hitting our marks. Like, it just, of course, building the lap time there that way. As in here, we're barely throttling in 5th gear, and that's like how much we're, or 6th gear, how much we're cruising. Bit wide, heading into Ramsey through Millentown. I think it's Millentown. Alright, let's try and break a bit before the bridge this time. To school bend. Nice, there we go. Got school corner. Into Parliament Square. Past all the founds, the crowd a bit wide. Through Crushanks or Crushanks. One of these days I'll actually pronounce it right. It's front lifting slightly when we got on the power now, but not enough to stable us. Let's go into Ramsey hairpin. Bit hot. It's got 33 seconds now to debut Todd. Don't see no one else near us to. Thankfully past the waterworks into Tower Bends for the final time as well, thank God. Like, not been our favourite section, those two. And into Gooseneck. And into the wonderful countryside. And this final lap, a victory tour for Dean Harrison, and it's like back-to-back wins as well after winning the Classic TT. At least on the bikes, that is. We ignore the sidecars. But I am shocked at this performance. I knew the Kawasaki was good. I didn't realise it was this good though. I know we got some upgrades as well. I thought without the engine upgrade, we wouldn't be able to hit, you know, break 17-minute mark. We broke it both laps so far. We might be close to our fastest ever time, which is 16:18. Oh no, I thought we were going to have a clean lap, but that bump caught us out on the final lap this time, rather than the first lap. You won't mind too much now though. Yeah, 16:18 is the target. So this is even without an engine upgrade. Like, all it is suspension, which again is admittedly a massive upgrade. Transmission, and of course a chassis upgrade road, which is massive too. But it's a horsepower circuit. I think you're flat out for like 3/4 of the track as well around it. That's insane. Gap still over 30 seconds to Todd's. Only lost like a second with that fall. To go through the veranda for the final time. Much taking a wide line there, but cautious line. And black cut. Ooh, front lifting slightly. Past the bungalow, past all the fans. There you go, good line through there as well. That's the line we want to take every lap. But we take it like 1 in 10 laps, I think. It's all a bit wide through Brandywell. One of the few corners who really have messed up this lap. I say it's just been hitting the marks this lap. Been really good at that. Nice through Dukes, that's the best we've taken it. Into Windy Corner, 36 seconds to Todd. As we approach the final section of this wonderful lap. Leonardo, man. Definitely can, you know, feel the finish now. And hopefully it's something that, as I said, Dean Harrison experiences with the Honda in real life. I hope we can see that partnership flourish. The rise of Davey Todds, who established Hickman and Dunlop winning a lot. Great to see Harrison get some wins as well. That's past Craig Nabar. Crowd on their feet, applaud him. You see him for like a mile all round there. Gap almost 40 seconds now. So lots of lifting over the bumps there. Kept it upright. Brandish corner. Now into Douglas. And now you really will hear the grandstand and crowd roar now. Through Hillberry into Conk Demona. Oh no, too wide. Too wide. Too wide. I kind of touch the brake on a bump as well, and that's instant full. But still in single figures. So we've achieved one of our targets, then having a single figure full race. So I had what? 1 opening lap, 4 second lap, 2 this lap at the moment. I said all of that's been under 17. Okay, make that 3. Fucking hell. All of that's apart from this final lap being under 17 minutes as well. But of course, we do have the pit stop as well on this lap. So no doubt it would have been under 17 minutes without that pit stop. There you go. You can hear the crowd now. So 8 falls in the end. There you go. On to grandstands. Bit of a wheelie. As Harrison and Kawasaki win the Superbike TT Race 1. An average speed of 132.5. As you see, Davey Todd second, 27 seconds back in the end, 131.3 on his BMW. And then Kevin Graham in third on the Kawasaki, double Kawasaki podium, 130.6. And then Colin French, the Honda's down in 4th and 5th with Butler rounding it out. Then Sam West, it was Sam West maybe then, in 6th, ahead of Antonio, for BMW rider. Percy Upton down in 8th in the end. Whatever issues they had, they got the bike going again. But what disappointment for the front runner on that opening couple of laps. Then Keith Lynn and Stefano Benetti. Oh, that's cool. They gave him an average speed of under 100 miles per hour. That's push bike speed. What the hell? Like, average speed for twins, for example, Super Twins, which is the slowest class at the TT, would be around this, like 118. So, yeah, these three, absolutely ridiculous, even though we know Percy Upton had maybe an issue, but these two, what the hell are you giving them? You're cruel, game, cruel. But, yeah, that could not have gone much better, that race. So, we just need to get the clean lap now. That's our only target, really, until the man 3. And, yeah, maybe get more laps, get closer to our quickest lap of 16.18, beat Hickman's 16.30 odd as well. So, yeah, look at that average speed, 132.5. Very happy with that. It definitely is top level Superbike average speed as well in real life. So, couldn't have gone much better that race, could it? So unfortunate. And we'll see if we can do the double next time.